part of you had to be reborn after something changed, something that fundamentally reshaped who you are? That's the question I keep coming back to. Because there is a version of me that didn't survive May 26, 2023. But the version of me you are hearing now, sitting in front of this mic, she was born that day with a broken heart and a new mission. This isn't just a story about pain. It's about what comes after it, and how one life can still change others even if it's gone. Because Zahra's name deserves more than remembrance. It deserves a legacy. You see, 2 years ago today, May 26, 2023, it was Friday. I spoke to my daughter that day. It was 6:12. I spoke to her for 12 minutes for the last time. In those 12 minutes, we were happy. She was finally ready to leave her abusive relationship. She spoke about the need for peace, about starting over. There was even a whisper of divorce. I had hope. I had so much hope that day. And we planned to get together for dinner and discuss the future more. Then Monday never came. That was the Friday, May 26, 2023, that split my life into before that day and after it. And the days that followed, questions began. Could I have done more? Should I have seen something? Would anything have changed the outcome? Grief flooded in, but the silence that surrounded her life, that's what haunted me the most. There's nothing natural about losing your child, and yet somehow we're expected to keep going. I didn't choose this pain, but I did choose what to do with it. I started writing, I started speaking, I started advocating, not just for Sahra, but for every woman trapped in silence. Because Sahra's story deserves more than a tragic ending. It deserves to be a call to action. Every time I sit behind this mic, it's not for attention, it's for change. I speak because silence costs too much. We need to stop asking why women stay and start asking why the world makes it so hard for them to leave. You see, Sahra was kind, brilliant, thoughtful. She had dreams bigger than the space she was allowed to live in. Even in her absence, she continues to change lives. Every time I speak, every time someone finds the courage to leave, every time a mother feels less alone, Sahra is there. Her legacy is not silent, will not be silent, could not be silent. It's truth, it's courage, it's survival. She is present in every conversation that dares to break the silence, in every story that refuses to be hidden. My hope is that her story becomes a lighthouse, a guide for everyone lost in the dark, a reminder that silence will not save us, but speaking might. We remember her not just for what she endured, but for who she was and who she still is to so many today. She was a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a niece, a granddaughter, a friend, and now she is a legacy. If you are carrying something you don't talk about, let me offer you a place to start. Here's your writing prompt. Write a letter to the part of yourself that survived the day everything changed. You don't need to share it. You don't need to polish it. You just need to be honest. This is a letter I wrote to myself. Dear survivor, thank you for staying. You weren't supposed to know how to do this, but you did. You're not the same woman you were before, and that is okay. You now live for two, and that's not a burden. It's a purpose. Writing has helped me breathe again. Maybe it can do the same for you. Because I believe in what Sahra's name can still do. This is called Dear Survivor, and it's not just about grief. It's about legacy. It's about love. It's about rising again. If this moved you, remember Sahra, not just in sorrow, but in movement. Let's build the future she never got to live. And let's break the silence together.